Hey guys, so Laird here, back in with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Eastmond and Laird Savanti Romero. Brought to us by the fine folks over at NECA Toys, as well as my good buddy Evil Villain, who I'll leave a link in the description below to his Instagram. Head on over there, give him a follow, let him know Overlord sent ya. You know the joke at this point, right? We've been giving him shoutouts all week. Try and get that from any other channel. Sons of monkeys. But he was nice enough to hook this guy up in a recent trade we did. Somewhat recent. It's been a while. So, without further ado, let's cut right to the chase and get into the meat and taters of this review. Take a look-see at Savanti's accessories here. He does come with a pair of alternate hands that are the opposite of what I have on him at the moment. He's got a left grip and a right fist. On him, he's got a left fist and a right grip. Wrong hinge for holding weapons, though. That kind of sucks, but whatever. Well, not whatever. His scepter thingy taking up way less real estate if it could be held the other way. Does also come with a pair of open hands. Oh, he appears to be a three-fingered chap. Very interesting. And he comes with this fire punch, which I'm very curious if this works on the Shadow of Spawn figure from the Mortal Kombat 11 line from the fine folks over at McFarlane Toys, because this is a really cool effect. I'm very curious if that would work on him. And we also get his scepter staff thingy, which has this hand on it. It's got flames coming off it, and you can put this little smoke effect on here. There were a couple little flames that I tucked this behind. I want to say these two. And it fit there quite nicely. Like, crap. There we go. Like this. Clip this down. And there you go. Stays on there nice and secure, not going anywhere. Very easy to pop off as well. The hand does rotate on there, by the way. Some odd reason, but, you know. Looks cool like that. Fits in his hand nicely. That said, this guy makes McFarlane look like chumps, because he comes with this freaking massive hockey puck display stand that we do not see with McFarlane Toys or NECA releases very often, though I would very much welcome it, because these are good for two reasons. A, they're pretty tight in the peg holes on the bottom of the feet there, and B, both feet fit on the base, guaranteed, because it's a lot bigger. Actual hockey puck sized, probably. So, setting that aside, take a closer look at Savanti. He's pretty fugly, not gonna lie. Looks like he was beaten upside the head with the ugly stick a time or two. Remember specifically talking to my good buddy Just Monesto too, saying that this guy was ugly, and I'm like, well, he is a demon. He's not a fairy princess or nothing. He's like, no, he's like not awesome ugly, he's just ugly, and I kind of see that, you know. He is definitely not Belphegor or Demistros from Four Horsemen, but I think he still looks cool. That said, I much prefer the later incarnations of this character from the 03 series, where he kind of looked like an ex-member of GWAR, and then the 2012 series, where he looked a little bit more like a Hellboy villain. Another figure Playmates never gave us, even though they have the master license for the Turtles. They just seem to repeatedly drop the ball. See those Ninja Turtle Origins figures that are going to be hitting Walmart later this year, and can only imagine the drama that's going to unfold from that, because there definitely was with that CollectorCon horse crap, but we're not going to talk about that here. So as far as articulation goes, Savanti's head is on a very nice double ball peg. He can look up all the way. and the fact that his bunny ear horns will hinder that somewhat. They are soft and pliable, but you don't want to mess them up. You can bury his chin pretty much, and he does have a lot of tilt. That said, he does have a hinged jaw. And can rotate side to side. Again, with the horns in mind there. Shoulders can go out to the side. Decent amount. Back down. Forward and back. He's got a bicep twist. It's pretty hindered, but it does work. He does have a double elbow. It is pretty stiff, though. Can't really get it to bend past certain points. There we go. Without putting a little muscle on it, but you can get pretty good bend out of that. And not too chunky. Some of the NECA elbow joints can be a little chunky, depending on who it is. His wrists, of course, have the hinge and the swivel. As far as the torso goes, he can crunch forward. Good enough, probably. And back. You can tilt side to side, as well as rotate. Not too tight, not too loose, very butter smooth. He does have rotation in the waist. Does not appear to be a ball peg. Sometimes with the gargoyles, they give him a ball peg down here, but it is just a swivel on this guy. Now his hips can kick out to the side. Perfect splits. Back down. Rotate forward and back. I will say this side has a tendency to slip stick. It is a little tighter. I might need to put a dab of soap in there, but for now I'll just leave it alone. It's fine. I mean, I can kick it up. Actually, it's not slip sticking at the moment. This guy and the Steel Clan robot I got from the Gargoyles line fairly recently, as the time I'm recording this video, actually. Both had like one leg that worked okay. I would say the Steel Clan's leg was a little loose on this side, but it's fine. And then the right leg was kind of tight in comparison. So I'm not sure if the pegs are different sizes or what is causing that. Just luck, I guess. But either way, he does have a nice thigh cut. Very well hidden. I wish this is how all thigh cuts were. Like, take note, McFarlane Toys, with your overly complicated hip joints. This is all you need. This is fine. He's got plenty of range. And it's nice and tight. Stable, durable. And it's not overly complicated, you know. Think smarter, not harder, guys. He does have a single knee, but you do get a lot of bend out of it. Past 90. Does have rotation. And he does have a hinge in the foot. Or the hoof. With a swivel, which is more like a ball. It's got a lot of wiggle room there. But I will tell you, this guy's got really stable, like, knees and feet for being somewhat degenerate. I mean, realistically, you probably want to pose him more like this. The legs back and the hooves kick forward a bit. But I'll just keep them straightened out for now. Because some cloven hoof guys do stand like that. I don't know any personally, but I've just seen some things here and there. That said, he does feel small to me. I was kind of hoping this guy was going to be about as tall as that Mongor figure I looked at from Super 7 a ways back. But I don't think he's probably close, but no cigar, you know. So a little disappointed in that, but I do like him. I think he's cool. I did not expect him to be wearing this gi thing, a la Baraka from Mortal Kombat. Actually, I guess this guy predates Baraka, doesn't he? The Eastmond and Laird books come out in the late 80s. So he's been around a while. But yeah, man, I dig this figure a lot. Is he one of the top dogs of 23? Probably. I would say so. I like him quite a bit. I think the quality is really what is outshining, any personal nitpicks I have with this figure, because he looks like he's supposed to. That's kind of the main thing. If you're going to base something off certain source material, it should look like the source material, right? But on top of that, even though I might not be 100% for the aesthetic, despite the fact he is a cloven-hoofed cacodemon man, right? The quality of the figure is probably some of the best I've seen from NECA in a long time. I'm not saying NECA's like total trash or anything, but they've had their ups and downs. They're not perfect. But this guy is pretty close. Like, a couple of adjustments here and there, this would have been a perfect figure. So, with that being said, before this video drags out any longer than it needs to, it's time now that we move ahead here and take a look-see at some size comparisons. First up, here is good old Savanti Romero, alongside the previous couple NECA TMNT figures I took a look-see at on this channel way back during old spooky season Halloweeny. Got the Phantom of the Opera Casey Jones and the Invisible Man Donatello from the Universal Monsters crossover line, and while Savanti is taller than most NECA Turtles figures, he's not the lumbering giant I anticipated him to be. That said, he does scale quite nicely with these two, and I'm planning on putting him with my Universal Monsters crossover figures, because he just feels at home there. And I don't have any other Eastmond and Laird figures to put him with, so why not, right? Getting these two out of the way. Stand and not fall down behind camera here. Let's bring in our two regulars, the Mythic Legions, Brother Mandibolith. There. And the infamous Living Spawn, who most likely not going to be towering over everyone today. Standing in the right spot there. Here we go. Because while Savanti may not be as tall as I initially anticipated, he's still got horns, and even without him, he's still a little taller than good old Al Simmons here. So, with that being said, it is time now that we wrap things up. Some final thoughts. Overall, and aside from not being quite as tall as I initially anticipated, not gonna lie, I thought this guy was gonna be about as tall as that Mongor figure I took a look at a couple months ago. All that aside, I think the fine folks over at NECA Toys did a fine job with good old Savanti Romero here, and made him a fine addition to any Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collection or collection of demonic characters such as my own. And I am happy to say that the quality of the degenerate leg joints on this guy is far superior than that of my beloved gargoyles, which is a line I hope NECA hasn't forgotten about, because if you hadn't noticed, it's been a while since we've had anything in regards to that line. So fingers crossed we see something on that soon, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about Savanti here, and if you're into demonic characters or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I think this is a definite must-have. That said, I've found he is not for everyone, so it's your money, and you're free to do with it as you wish. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.